Hello guys, welcome back to ESENtaxa. Andrea Pito here, and in this video I'm going to tell you a story. First of all, if you're new in this channel, ESENtaxa talks about how to optimize your taxes if you're moving in a specific country. If you're moving, for example, to Portugal, Belgium, Italy, and Albania. We provide this kind of service. We understand if certain person is able to apply for the specific tax regime. A lot of people out there are not aware that each and every country provides a special tax regime that most likely is suitable for your specific case or your specific business, as an employee, self-employed, or if you perceive passive incomes from all around the world. The problem is that most of those tax regimes allows you to have a huge tax benefit, but it comes with some requirements and constraints that needs to be verified, and also go in details with the law, go in details with the tax regulation and tax agency clarifications in order to be bulletproof one day in case of audit or checks. 1.5 years ago, a person contacted us to apply for the impatriate regime in Italy. He wants to make sure to apply for this regime, but he didn't understand exactly the value that we provide here in ESENtaxa. He just wants the classical yes-no answer. He made a questions, I will apply for the impatriate regime, but just wants to know if I have to stay more than 6 months in Italy, yes or no. And that's it. So this is a very unprofessional way to approach your tax advisor, and any tax advisor or accountant that give you back an answer, straight answer, we consider it not professional at all. The reason why is that there is not just a law to be double checked, but also tax clarification that the Italian tax agency in this case releases in case of described certain specific scenarios in which you might fall. Because the law, when it's been written, when it has been published, it doesn't really cover all the possible scenarios. Scenarios in which I switch from a regime to another, I'm coming to Italy with a family, and other different scenarios here and there that we have to analyze it before apply for this regime. And most important is that when you apply for the tax regime that gives you a lot of money back in terms of the tax discount, tax credit, the Italian tax agency wants to make sure that you are eligible for real. Otherwise, you have to give back all the money that you have spared, plus interest, plus a huge fine. What we do here, to avoid all these problems, we provide you a service which is called Impatriate Regime Eligibility Test Service. So we understand in advance if you're eligible or not for the impatriate regime. And this person didn't want to proceed with us. Says, no, you are too expensive for me because I just want to have a yes or no answer. Okay? So we said, okay, we don't work like this. We provide you a precise consultation, a eligibility test. It takes a certain amount of work in the background, a certain amount of time to be spent with us, and this has a cost, okay? But for you, it's an investment, because once you know in advance what kind of tax strategy you can apply in the long term for 5 years or 10 years, then you will recover this amount of money back that you have invested, plus, I would say, 10 or 15 times the amount of money that you have invested for this specific service, because you save a huge amount of taxes. So 1.5 years, this person came back to us, and basically he wants us to know why the accountant that he has chosen after our initial call, why we didn't tell him why he could not apply the impatriate regime also for foreign income. You see? So he picked up an accountant that says immediately, yes, don't worry, you can apply. They will start together our work relationship. His accountant now is providing accounting service, accountability service. When it came the moment to provide to the Italian tax agency the tax file return at the end of the year, this person realized that has to pay the entire RPF taxation, so the entire ordinary tax rates for the foreign income. You see? So he wants cheap, and then he got a cheap accounting service and a cheap tax strategy. Now this person, I just put some notes here just to understand how much taxes now he has to pay. So because of this mistake, because of this misstrategy, this person now has to pay a big 92,000 euro in taxes that he could have spared if he started with us through the impatriate regime. We could have told him, look, the foreign income is not part of the impatriate regime for your specific case, for your kind of specific passive income, but we have another strategy to allow you to spare at least a certain amount of taxes also from this type of income. Now this guy came back to us and he basically asked us a way to avoid paying these 92,000 euro in taxes. 92,000 euro in taxes, okay? 2 weeks ago, we had another client from Germany. She basically asked us information about the impatriate regime, and we replied her that we need to go through the eligibility test for the impatriate regime. She accepted, and basically now with this tax regime, we went through his personal situations, and we found out that she can apply for the impatriate regime. She will be bulletproof against the Italian tax agency audited checks in the future, and she will spare 66,000 euro per year. 66,000 euro per year. So now she's very happy to start a collaboration with us, and basically she understood the value that we provide with these tax advices, with these tax simulations, with this tax eligibility test for tax regimes, not just for Italy, but also for Portugal, Belgium, and Albania. Now, I want to conclude this video with one question here. We are talking about, in one case, lost something like 92,000 euro in 1 year, and the other case, earn, because we can call it earning 62,000 euro, just because one person decided to invest in the right direction, decide to invest a certain amount of money to receive back, I don't know how much in return on a yearly basis. You see, 66,000 euros. So the question is, how would you pay a tax advisor? How would you value a tax advisor that allows you to spare this amount of taxes on a yearly basis? So if you please wants to let us know, you can write a comment below the video. And if you want to know more information about our services, you have in the description below this video our email contact info@esentaxa.com, or a 15-minute free consultation in which we go through our services, because we understand from this 15 minutes call your personal situation and see in which service we can guide you through, and see if you need an eligibility test rather than 1 hour consultancy test or a tax simulation, etc., etc. If you like this kind of content, if you like this channel, like button please, notification bell, and subscribe the channel. Thank you, see you the next time.